Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World, and today I'm going to show you how I made this wee candle box. Not in these particular things, but this is my prototype. It's just a wee belly band, and inside it holds a candle and a lovely wee verse for somebody who's just lost somebody. This is thinking of you I've stamped here onto these wee metal candle holders to fit. This will also fit one of the 2¼ inch candles if you want to just put a wee candle in without a holder. So useful wee box. You could put sweeties or anything in there, but I just want to show you how I was going to make it. For mine this time I am going to use Daisy Lane and the two punches, the big one and the small one. I'm using retired papers, as you know. I'm working my way through all my papers to get rid of them, and I stamped the thank you on the candle here out of this Beauty of Friendship, and this is going to go inside my box. The colours I'm using are these lovely ones, and the ink that I used is another retired one, Grapefruit Grove, which was a lovely colour when it was here, and I still have it. So I've went ahead and stamped out 2 of the large, 2 of the small in the Grapefruit Grove and joined them together, and they're going to sit like so. I think I'll raise that one up slightly, and these are the pieces that you need. So I use StazOn to stamp onto the metal candle holder. So your pieces of paper that you need, this is good heavyweight paper which I advise you to use for this particular kind of wee box. So you need 3 5/8 wide by 7 3/4 inches, and you also need a piece for your belly band. I've used a piece from the same paper, just a scrap. It's about 7 inches I think, just enough to wrap around your box. So we'll start with the box and get it done. So totally forgot to write down my measurements, so I'm gonna guess it here. Right, I'm going to use the fat end. I did try this thin end, I don't like it. Start off 3/4 inch, which is enough depth for those candles. You need 2 1/8 then inside, which brought us, 3/4 inch. Long ways at either side. I was nearly getting myself confused. And then go this way. So you start off again with 3/4 inch, and then you go to 3.5 and 4¼ and then 7. And that should be, yep, that's right. So I'll do that again so you can write it down. I'm going to write it down myself, which would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So we scored it at 3/4, then 3.5 and 4¼ and 7. Easy enough. So that is all your scoring done. You just need to do a bit of cutting. So I'm using this nice shiny bit to the outside. So I just score these. You don't need to go mad with your scoring, because I think sometimes you can crease this nice paper where it starts to split. So just be careful. Check out what kind of paper you're using. So scissors. We want to tuck this in behind there. Either way, whatever way you do this, it's going to work out that you want to see a seam or something. For mine, I have gone with it being stuck to either side, and this time I'm going to try the other way and see how it looks. It's not long from I've made this kind of wee box. So I'm cutting up here and just splicing in a wee bit to keep it nice and neat and tidy. Same on this side. I'm sure you can't see these because it's just hard to see it. It's as simple as that. Just you'll know if you're following along, you'll know exactly what you're doing. So I always keep the lumpy bit that comes from the score mostly in. I just cut a wee tiny bit of it and then chop it off. Same on this side. Keep it to the left and then chop it off. And then you're back to where you started here, and we'll just keep it the same. So you have a choice, either cut it in this way or in this way. You decide what works best for you. And then the same here. So basically that is your cutting done. Where's my bin? So you're going to be folding this up and chopping these in, which means you're not going to see that edge the way we did the last time. And you want to get a wee punch now and punch, decide which one's your front, and punch a wee lip just to make it easy to open. And then we're going to glue these. And that'll start us off in our box. So you can use turn tape, you can use whatever sticky good glue, not goo glue, good glue, that'll give it a good hold for you. And then just line them up. They're nice and straight. Oops. These ones are going to glue to either side here. Isn't that right? I think I actually want them glued to this side because that's my lid. So decide that also. It doesn't really matter. It's entirely up to yourself. This box works both ways. Just make sure you get them that the corners are nice and square. Take your time over it. And then you can add a wee bit of glue to the front, or the bottom, sorry. So again, just make sure they're nice and straight. And that is your basic box done. And that will close over like so. I forgot, this should have give these a really good score. I totally meant to go in with my bone folder, and it does give it a nice neat to keep it down, but there, I've done it with my nail and it's fine. So this will go here, and because it's text I had to cut it this width, so use your hand just to pull it round and mark where you'd like it to go. Just roughly, don't fuss too much about it. We're going to go in with our, the hardest part is keeping it that it comes to the same distance at this side. So that's fairly good. I'm going to take it off and just give these a wee press, making sure that they're lined up nicely. I'm not going to bone fold them, I'm just going to press them. And you'll know if it stays straight along here that you've got it right. You want it to be loose enough to slip in and out. So that will be stuck slightly apart. So we'll pop in our wee candle. I'll say this is a thank you one. The other one I did was a lovely wee verse here. You could type something out and put it in here, stamp a sentiment and put it in on a wee piece of card. If anybody wants the nice wee candle verse that I have, just drop me an email and I'll pass it to you. It is a lovely wee verse. I've had it for years and use it quite a bit. So good for somebody who's just lost a family member or someone close or whatever and they're struggling. So put a bit of glue on this side. Press it over gently. Don't go too tight. You just want it sitting there so that it slides on nice and gently off the edges. So we'll just let that dry. We'll turn it this way. And now we'll want to do our wee flower. And so I'm going to add a dimensional to that wee one there just to lift it up a wee bit. So each flower has been glued to each other, turning it so you're getting all the leaves. One big, one small flower. When you're finished, add a pearl or gem, whatever you have, and then add that one to the center. And then we're going to stick this on. I thought I had glue there, but I haven't, so you could add leaves if you want. I'm not going to bother this time. So it's just to the center of that paper. And there you have your nice wee box, just all blending in together. That is the good thing about Stampin' Up. The other one is not Stampin' Up, and I had to struggle a wee bit. It is Knitwits papers, which are lovely, but the card I printed them onto, I wasn't happy with the strength of it, and it kind of ruined it in the corners a bit, so I added gold embossing to try and help it. But you can see that lovely high quality of Stampin' Up card has really made that easy. So that is me. That is another of my candle boxes which I'm working on at the minute. The next one will probably be maybe Halloween or maybe Christmas, one or the other. So I'll catch you all again later. Bye.